What's up, guys? It's Anna. So, the time is finally here for our first story time. Okay, so for the sake of this story, we're gonna call the other person Crazy Eyes because, baby girl, you'll see why I call her Crazy Eyes. I bet. So, before we get into this, when I tell stories, I get pretty animated and I swear like a trucker. So make sure them children not around. This is a rated R one, baby. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, so this started back in November. So back in November, I was going through, well, I'm still going through a lot. So I needed somewhere to kind of, be alone and cry my heart out, which is what I was doing when Crazy Eyes approached me. So I'm outside crying, smoking my little weed outside the shelter in the back. And homegirl, she walks up and she got dreads. And she was like, hey, baby, how you doing? You could talk to me if you need to. So we had we had a heart to heart. So after we had our heart to heart, she was like, hey, by the way, I heard you do hair. So would you mind twisting up my locks for me? So I'm like, girl, I got you. And she's like, oh, I'll pay you. I'll pay you. But we in the shelter. So I'm like, we all broke up in this bitch, so I'm not expecting anything. If you pay me, you pay me. If you don't, you don't. That's fine. I would not have mind doing it for free, but that's not the problem, baby. That's not the problem. So this is what happened. So now I do her hair. Again, this is back in November. This was around her birthday. She's celebrating. Fucking Sagittarius says, I hate y'all. Fuck all of y'all. Still subscribe though. But yeah, so basically, I don't get along with Sagittarius, as you could tell. So, whatever. So I did her hair for her birthday and she's like, I'll pay you, whatever. So December come around, still no money. I had no issue with that. January come around, the beginning of January, because if you guys remember, I've been talking about this story time since my January video. So that's around the time it happened. So basically, January comes around and homegirl pull up. She give me a little $50. I'm like, I bet. So I've been in the hospital, this and the third, and every time she hit me up, I'm in the hospital. So I'm like, yo, when I get out, I got you. But I get out the hospital, I finally do her hair, and she was doing a short for YouTube. So I was like, hey, is it okay if I do a quick little TikTok of me doing your hair? Which I did, but I only recorded the back of her head. Keep that in mind. The back of her head. So her side or her face were nowhere to be seen. So I finished doing her hair. The next morning I wake up and I get a text from her and she's like, oh, you need to be more worried about your kid than worried about what I'm doing with my hair. And I'm like, baby, what? So I get out my room, I go to get breakfast or lunch or whichever it was. I don't usually wake up in the morning, so it was probably lunch. And I go and I just so happen to see her in the cafeteria and I'm like, yo, what's this text about? She's like, oh, my sister hit me up and said she saw me on TikTok. I want you to delete everything. And I'm like, damn, if your sister's seeing you oh girl, then I'm getting some views, So I went to look and I had a little 10, 20 views. And I'm like, how your sister know that's you? Because I'm looking at the video again and I can't see her face at all. So I pull it up and she's like, I want you to delete it off your phone. So I'm like, all right, I'm deleting it. But at this point, I'm not a confrontational person, but baby, if I gotta swing, I'll swing. You feel me? So like I said, I had that heart to heart with her. So like I instantly start crying because I feel like somebody I care about is angry at me and I don't know why. And whenever shit like that happens, I cry like a little bitch. So I start crying and I'm like, what I do? So I deleted, and then I deleted the TikTok, and she's like, let me see your phone, let me see your phone camera, because I know you got that shit saved on your camera roll. And I'm like, oh shit, you right. She did let me take some pictures of her after I did her hair. So I'm like, these are the pictures you allowed me. She's like, delete them! And she starts screaming. And I'm like, okay. So I deleted them. She's like, I got an iPhone. I know it says somewhere else on your phone in your trash. So I go to my trash and I'm like, look, I'm deleting it right now. And she's just kept screaming, delete them, delete them, delete all the pictures and videos. I don't want my shit on your nigga. And then like when she was doing her little YouTube short, she showed me her YouTube and she had a little 20 subscribers. And I'm looking at my YouTube channel with over 1K, and I'm like, what the fuck are you worried about, Miss Ma'am? But you know what? You have your rights. It's your face, it's your whatever. Deleted them in front of her. Then she grabs me, literally, and drags me to the bathroom. But like, security heard her yelling, so they were already like surrounding us. And she's like, I'm not gonna hurt her. I'm not gonna hurt her. And then she just grabs me by the wrist and drags me to the bathroom. And she starts going off about her kids. I was just going off. And I'm like, oh, maybe she's going through something. So she finished doing that. I left the bathroom. Went back upstairs to my room. Still confused as to what the fuck just happened. And I don't know what happened, but I needed to be downstairs again. So I'm in the elevator, and she got in the elevator because I'm on the 3rd floor and she's on the 2nd floor. So I got on the elevator, and then the elevator opened on the 2nd floor, and it's her, and I'm trying to avoid her at that moment. Yo, so I'm on my phone just scrolling through Facebook, you know, doing my thing. And Miss Ma'am corners me. And she's like, oh, I see you not answering me no more. Mind you, after I had gone upstairs, I blocked her number. So I guess she continued texting me, and baby girl not getting the messages because I done blocked you, because who the fuck you think you is? And she's like, oh, I see you not answering my text messages. What's going on? And I'm like, I've been asleep. You know, I gave her a bullshit excuse. Ain't gonna front. So, all right, I got me a little caramel frat. So yeah, before she could say anything else, the elevator door opened and we had to walk out because people was trying to get in. So we walked out. I went about my business. She went about hers. I get back in the elevator and she follows me in and she corners me again. She's like, why are you not answering my text? Y'all, I did have receipts and I was going to post them in this video, but my phone ended up crashing. I know I've been telling y'all I'm not able to type and all of that, but I finally got my phone fixed yesterday. But yeah, so in the process, I lost all my texts and shit, so I couldn't post what she posted about my kid and whatever she was texting me. But then when we got back in the elevator, she corners me again. She's like, why you not answering my texts? Why you not talking to me? So go about my business. I just ignored her, went back to my room. And usually when they're cleaning our bathrooms, we have to go to one of the floors below to, you know, use the bathroom because we can't go in there while they're cleaning, especially since we have male staff. So they were cleaning the bathroom. I go downstairs, and this is where the crazy eyes shit started happening. So I make it to the door of the bathroom, and right across is her room, which I didn't know that because I'm not on the 2nd floor. I don't give a fuck. So I go to the 2nd floor bathroom, and I go to open it, and then I hear a commotion. So I turn around and look, and that's when I see crazy eyes. It was like a moment. She like locked eyes with me, like. And it was the crazy eyes. That's why I call her crazy eyes. Yo, we kind of locked eyes. It was like a little moment. And all this happened within like 4 seconds. She picked up her fucking mattress. Mind you, in the shelter, we got the little Sims starter pack mattress. A bitch can't even wake up on the wrong side of the bed. So she picked up the mattress and she's like... Mind you, homegirl is built like a fucking hippo. No hate on the thick women out there. Love y'all. Love y'all. Y'all beautiful. But bitch like built like a fucking hippo. Fucking picks up the mattress, runs to me, throws the mattress at me. And she's like, what are you doing on the 2nd floor? This is not your floor. So she's banging on the wall. This is not your floor. This is not your floor. start crying again. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? So she's banging. So I'm like, they're cleaning the bathroom. I don't give a fuck. Get off my floor. And she's screaming off the top of her lungs. So at that moment, she goes to slap me. She actually, like after she threw the mattress, pushed me with the mattress. The mattress falls over. I don't know why there was no security in the hallways, because there's always security in the fucking hallway. Maybe because it was during the day, but I don't fucking know. There was no security around. So, she raised her hand to hit me and somebody walked out the bathroom and she paused. So I walked in the bathroom while that was happening because I was not going to wait to see what the fuck was going to happen next. So I use the bathroom and then I go straight downstairs to talk to the director, to tell the director that bitch just attacked me and she's in there. And I'm like, yo, she just attacked me. And he's like, oh, don't worry. We already called EMS. She's having a mental breakdown. And they didn't do shit about it. Yeah, EMS did come and take her. But get this. Because of the shit she pulled, I ended up in the hospital. Which is when I did that hospital vlog where I found out my liver was swollen. Y'all saw that video. I'll link it somewhere in the video. But, so I ended up in the hospital because of the bullshit. So I get back. I lose my bed, which y'all also saw at the end of that video. I lose my bed. And she also got back the same day I did. So while I'm waiting for my bed, she walks in from outside and she's like, oh my God, do you know this person? And I'm like, you talking to me? What the fuck? Yeah, man, you know, she got hit. And really somebody out of the shelter did get run over by a car. So she's telling me how she feels sorry about it, how that was her roommate. Listen, baby, like, I'm sitting there spacing the fuck out, not giving a fuck. But she just running her mouth like we friends, like she needed a shoulder to cry on, and I was that person. So I'm still confused, and I'm over there texting my man, and I'm like, why is Crazy Eyes over here sitting right across from me, talking to me like we're best friends? Like nothing had happened. This is where shit get interesting, y'all. So that's basically the story time. But some shit happened afterwards, and I know this girl full of shit. How you want to tell me? So there's this woman at the shelter that I can't say that I'm close to, but like I talk to her because she's easy to talk to. You know, she's laid back or whatever. So I spoke to her about it because I know she knows Crazy Eyes and they cool. And I told her basically what happened. And she was like, no way, Crazy Eyes didn't do that to you. And I'm like, hell yeah, she did. And she was like, you know what? I'll talk to her. I'll see if she'll apologize. So I'm like, cool. So fast forward to last month. So today's April 3rd. And last month, the lady walked up to me and was like, oh, hey, by the way, I talked to Crazy Eyes and she said that she never hurt you. She never did anything to you and that she would never because you're her friend. And I'm like, no, we're not taking that. Until I get an actual apology from her, I ain't cool with you. But this is the crazy shit. So I was in the hospital last month, as usual, and I get back to the shelter and somebody was like, yo, your stalker beat the fuck out of Crazy Eyes while you were in the hospital. There's gonna be a story time on my stalker too. But yeah, and I was like, yo, word, what the fuck? I thought they was like that. And they really were, to the point where she called her mom. If you're from the shelter and you're watching this, I ain't talking shit. I am talking shit. But nah, for real. So apparently she got her ass beat and she can't fight. And everybody was like, oh, you should beat her ass. You should beat her ass. If the opportunity calls for it, I'm going to beat her ass. I'm going to do it. I'm going to beat her ass because I heard she can't fight for shit. And it was to the point where she was scared to get back into the shelter when she got back, even though she got her fucking bed back when she got back. And she refused to come back in because she was scared that, you know, my stalker was going to beat her ass again. Miss Ma'am, you're doing all that mess, all that Crazy Eyes bullshit, and you can't even defend yourself from an 18-year-old and you're in like your 50s? And what the fuck are you doing fighting an 18-year-old? Make it make sense, please. Like, for real. For real, for real. But yeah, so that's it for this story time, guys. I hope you really enjoyed our first one. If you did, please be sure to subscribe so you can see the next one that I upload. I usually upload business content, ASMR, and, you know, vlogs. A lot of wholesome stuff up in this channel. So if you like that type of stuff, again, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified the next time I post something dope. See y'all in the next one. Peace. Ah.